So we're gonna be playing a little bit with the mini bike today. We're gonna take it out for some top speed runs and see what we can get out of this thing. I'm not expecting a whole lot. They said it was supposed to top out at 28 miles an hour. I don't think I've ever got it going that fast, but we'll see. It's completely stock, right from the factory. The only thing that I have done to this, as any modification you would call it, is this little throttle right here, this little screw. It was all the way in to where the throttle wouldn't open all the way. You can see that right there. And so now I've backed that screw out so I can get full throttle on it. But that's it. That's the only modification I've done. So we're gonna take this out, we're gonna run it, and we're gonna see if we can get, I'm hoping to get 30 miles an hour out of it, but I don't know, it's pushing it pretty hard. Let's give her a shot. So we took it out, ran it for its top speed. It got up to, if you look down here at the bottom, 26 miles an hour is as fast as it's got. And that was downhill a little bit. So yeah, she's not a screamer, but you can really feel the governor kick in right then. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little upgrading. All right, so this is what we got going on in here. Let's go back here in the shop. So what I did is I went out and I bought another brand new 212 non-Hemi head. So what we're going to do is I have it right here on the workbench, and we are going to put this in and leave it completely stock and see what the difference is. And then once we get that done, we'll pull this motor out, and then we're going to put the big motor in. And this is still a 212, but this one's been stage 2 kit on it. So it's got the lightweight flywheel, the VM22 carburetor, the exhaust. I have not changed the rod in it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do that before I even start this thing. I'll put a new rod in it. And then the governor's been deleted off of it. So yeah, this thing should be a screamer. So that'll be a big difference. But well, first thing we're gonna do is put this stock 212 in here. So, all right, one question I wanted to throw out there to everybody. So leave your responses down in the comments here. I bought both of these motors, 212s, non-Hemis, same store, about 2 weeks apart from each other when I bought them. This motor on the tank has this ginormous gas cap that just pops right off. It's so big that I measured it, it won't even fit in the frame rail. So I ordered this aftermarket flat gas cap to fit on this motor. So it'll go in here, all right? So what I'm asking is, on this motor, this is completely different. This has got a vent up here on the top that goes down into the carburetor. The gas cap is completely different. It actually unscrews. So what's the difference in this? Is one California carb compliant and the other one isn't? I bought them both in California, so I don't know. I don't know if this was the original motor that by putting this huge gas cap on it made it California compliant, and then they came out with this one later. I don't know. So what's the difference? If you guys know, write the answer down in the comments. This has got me curious. All right, so I got the 212 put in the Oryxearth bike. I worked on it till about 11 o'clock last night. It took me almost 4 hours to put this motor in. It was not as easy as what I expected. I thought we could just slap it right in there and, within a half hour, but there was a few modifications I had to make to this motor to get it to go in. So I kind of wanted to go over those with you so you know what to expect if you're putting one of these in the bike. So one of the things with the Oryxearth bike is it's got these bars right here, which I think look really cool, but it really cuts down on the amount of room you have. So for the engine to sit in there, it's got to sit back quite a bit, otherwise it's going to hit the tank. So I got it in there, and I ran into the problem to where when I put the new chain on over here, if I would left it one link longer, the motor set too far forward. I actually had to cut the drain plug. If you look right there, I had to cut the drain plug so it would fit down in there. But then it was too far forward. It wouldn't sit in there right. So I cut another link out. Well, now it's kind of too far back. So, I mean, you're right in that one spot right there, you know. So I decided I'm going to leave it a little far back because I know the chain's going to stretch. So I'll be able to move the engine up a little bit. So one of the modifications I had to do was the fender. I had to cut a notch out of the fender. You can see it right there for the valve cover to clear. I know a lot of guys take the fenders off, but I like the look of the rear fender on there, so I left it on there. I just cut a notch out of it so that would fit in there. Another thing I had to do was cut the edge of the air cleaner housing off right there, so I could get it to fit in there. That's really tight fit right there. Then I went to put the motor in, and with the mounting plate on the bottom and everything, I couldn't get it up high enough to get the bolts through to mount it on there. So basically what I had to do was take the tank, the air cleaner housing, and the muffler off the motor, get the motor set in there, and then reassemble those, which sounds easy, but it wasn't. The tank, once again, I couldn't get up high enough to get the bolts down through it into the mounting point. So I had to cut about 1/4 of an inch off of the mounting bolts for the tank to get it to squeeze in there to get that set. Same with the muffler. I basically had to take the heat shield off of the muffler, get the muffler put on there, and then put the heat shield back on once it was inside the frame, which I had to beat on it a little bit, and I had to, you know, take the seat off to get that done. So but those are the major modifications. It just took a while. I mean, yeah, it was frustrating, but a few bad words were said. But overall, it went fine. I rode it last night just because I wanted to see it, but I didn't want to get the neighbors upset. So I just rode it down to the end of the street here and back just once. It seems to have a lot more power. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stick with the sprocket on there. I put a 50-tooth sprocket on there. I probably should have went with a 60, but we're going to try it and see. You know, I'm not really into the top speed thing. I'm more into taking off because I'm not going on a lot of straightaways, put it that way. There's a lot of hills around where I live, and I want to be able to pull those hills no problem. And that was a much bigger problem with the little motor on there. It just didn't have the power to pull me up some of these hills. So hopefully this thing will work good. We're going to take it out, we're going to run it and give it a shot. Right, let's give this thing the beans, see what it does. Oh, that's it, topped out. Yeah, it topped out really quick. We need to fix that. All right, so this is the modification I'm going to do right now. I mean, if you look in there, it's going to be hard to see, but there's a throttle screw in here that it's screwed in quite a ways, so you don't get much throttle. So we're going to back that out. We're going to back it out here. We're going to go quite a ways with it, where it's almost falling out. We're going to see if that makes any difference, because that governor was kicking in way too quick. So, all right, we're going to give that a shot, see what happens. All right, here we go. Okay, so that was a lot faster. That really helped. So basically it's still stock. I haven't changed anything. I just had to back out the throttle stop screw. So I mean that revved up pretty high. I don't have a tack on it, so I don't know if I'm getting into the danger zone with it or not. But um, it it did good. It did good. Let's pull up the speedometer here and take a look. So top speed 36 miles an hour. That to me that was fast enough. It was moving. I mean, everybody says they like getting these up to 60 or whatever. I don't know if I'd go that fast. I have a big bike for that. So, but this was really fun on this. 36 miles an hour. That's pretty good. I like it. As far as just running around motor and stuff on a mini bike, I think this would be a great little setup. I mean, it's quiet. It's all very compact. You don't have the exhaust sticking off the side. You don't have your carburetor sticking off the side. For just jumping on or bopping around all day long, this would be, I think this is the setup right here. Now obviously I like power, so I am gonna put the big motor on there, and yeah, we're gonna give that a run too, and maybe that might change my mind. But right now, I think this would be the perfect setup just to have on here. You don't have to worry about getting burnt. You got your muffler all tucked up in there, and you got the heat shield on it and everything. I do like want to get a guard for the clutch. It's kind of out there and right next to your foot. And I can just imagine a shoestring getting caught in that thing. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I think that's the perfect little setup right there. It's got plenty of power. It moves me around pretty good. So yeah, I don't know if I'll have to change that sprocket or not now. So as you can see, things change quite a bit. So all right, yeah, let's give it a shot. Right now, this is where we're going to keep it for a while. All right, we'll catch up with you later.